Hi, I'm Jeremy from Rockland Wheels, here today with the Kawasaki Z900RS. Both of these models are the ones with the Cafe Racer shield. They also have them without, a more little traditional look. But this bike is something really cool, and I think it's a passion project from Kawasaki. They brought what made Kawasaki's brand what it is today, the Z chassis, a little bit back to life with this retro styling, but they stayed true to Kawasaki's form in delivering you technology and performance that you expected from those old Z bikes. They didn't just rebrand and throw them back out there. So the cool things that are on these bikes is a 4-cylinder engine, a 900cc that's very spirited. That is mounted to a 6-speed transmission, which is slipper clutch assisted, something that was developed on the racetrack. The slipper clutch, essentially, if we dumb it down as much as we can, is if we downshift and we drop that clutch too quick, it won't lock up that back wheel. It won't give you wheel hop or anything like that. It just keeps it nice and normal. Other things that Kawasaki did to show you that they wanted you to drive this bike. They really wanted you to carve corners and push it to its limit. They put an inverted fork on this bike. So between that slipper clutch, that inverted fork, Kawasaki is sending a clear message that they believe this bike could really be driven hard. So assisting in the technology and still making it that they want you to push this bike but take advantage of what they've developed through the years, they also fitted this bike with ABS and K-Trax. And the K-Trax is Kawasaki's traction control system, and we can have it intrusive, we can have it less intrusive, and we can turn it off. All at the touch of a button, and when it's off, it is truly off, and you can take full advantage of the motorcycle, making it easy to push it. So the controls on this bike are mainly traditional, with the addition here of being able to toggle for our K-Trax system or our onboard trip computer. And the gauges, very a la Royal Enfield, like we have that big tachometer, that big speedometer, but they made good use of this middle part, adding those extra features that you'd expect out of a Kawasaki motorcycle. We got our fuel gauge. Our K-Trax is nice and easy to control. So we go from 1, or we can make it less intrusive, or we could turn it completely off. So a nice display, easy to read. And then with this bullet windshield, adding style and taking that pressure in the wind out of that chest area.
It's comfortable. Just a nice bike. Kawasaki's known to make performance machines. They put an engine together, you know it's going to have horsepower. And for a little 900, this thing doesn't disappoint. And this isn't a super fancy motorcycle or anything. This is a trellis frame. Just nice and simple things, but well done. If you were in a fight and you had to pick a motorcycle to fight for you, this is the Chuck Norris of motorcycles. You won't be disappointed.
So something quite unique that Kawasaki did on this motorcycle, they actually tuned the exhaust. It's not something they traditionally do. This bike, they did it. They really wanted to have that essence, that traditional essence, as if this was a modern bike. This was a modern Z series. As if you took all those engineers and all those designers from the 70s and you put them in a room today, this is what they'd come up with, and were rewarded with a nice rumble.